Hey, how's it going, guys? I'm Paradoxic, and welcome back to Titans. This time we're on Season 2, Episode 7, titled Bruce Wayne. And that title sounds promising, sounds very, very promising. Last time we had Connor, and we met Connor Kent, aka Superboy, and we were given his backstory post-Cadmus Laboratories breakout with Crypto and everything, so that was fun. We saw how he actually left Cadmus with Crypto, and like where he went from there. He saved a woman from a mugging, then asked for her money, and then used that money to buy himself a black and red kind of Superman shirt, so he had his own logo and stuff, and he spent the rest of the episode in that, and then he rescued Eve Watson, the scientist responsible for creating him, or helping to create him, and he rescued her, and then she led him away, and like kind of revealed the truth about Cadmus experiments and Lex Luthor and his existence, and everything like that, so it was a very, very kind of, mind-blowing episode for Connor alone. He discovered how he came to be, the reason he came to be, and exactly what was wrong with the world and everything, so that was fun. We saw all that stuff, and then he escaped. Eve let him go and pretended to have been attacked by him, and then Mercy Graves, we were introduced to her. She's in this universe, and she's, second in command pretty much to Lex. And then she took matters into her own hands. She actually decided to hunt him down herself and used kryptonite bullets in her gun to do it. She took him out by the end of it, and then they kidnapped Crypto. They dognapped Crypto. So we have to fight to get Crypto back. So yeah, I look forward to that. I look forward to them like enacting like a rescue mission or a heist of some sort just to rescue the Superdog. I look forward to that alone. But we had that, and then Connor actually came in at the end, and actually we picked up from where episode 5 left off, and he saved Jason. He did a super jump up, and he saved Jason from falling to his death. So that was cool. So now I think we can actually see exactly how the Titans meet and react to Connor, to having like a half Kryptonian amongst them in their midst and everything. So I look forward to seeing how he actually gets on with the team. So yeah. But that is pretty much all I've got from the last one. So on to episode 7, Bruce Wayne. This will be the highlight reel, as always. So if you guys want the full-length reaction, you can catch that one over at Patreon. But yeah, that is it. It's episode 7. Let's go. The Aqualad suit is there. I don't know if we saw that last time. The Aqualad suit is actually there. And the Wonder Girl suit. And the Robin suit went up in flames.
You were supposed to protect these kids.
Is Bruce actually there? I feel like this is in his mind.
You were supposed to make him right.
Yeah, this is Dick beating himself up using Bruce's vision.
Humiliated him.
There are complications.
What kind of kryptonite complications or Kryptonian complications that you can't actually get into his skin?
And I think you should call Bruce. He catalogs these things. He might know who he is.
Hello? Hey, Dick. Oh, sure. I can look to get up. Hey. I just realized what your special skill is. The thing that makes you the natural leader in this group. You're the only one with my phone number.
Dick.
More people should drop their problem children out buildings. Clarifies the mind and body.
The bastard's clever, too. No wonder Don made the trade. I always imagined it was a lateral move, but now I see it's an upgrade.
Something to do with Deathstroke, maybe?
There's nothing.
Anybody need anything? Milk? Eggs? Body bags.
Oh Christ, okay. I don't know how I feel about this Bruce Wayne. He's funnier, but he's also, it's because he's annoying. He's actually actively annoying Dick inside his own head, so yeah. Connor? They both speak alien.
He's from Tamarin?
No, Kryptonian. It's a dead language.
Kryptonian. Yeah, dead language, or known by 2 people or 3 people at
Which
least.
also explains this IV.
Yeah. Hey, you see the S on his arm. Is the Kryptonianness really that
Who the hell is Eve?
indecipherable? Eve Watson. Yeah. His spiritual mother. Oh, Crypto. Doggo.
I'm thinking of teaching him to do a new trick. Subject 13 has been terminated. And so have you.
Terminated?
Want you off the premises within the hour.
Oh, she's fired.
Let's have your party pass.
Okay, well that's better than being dead. That's better than being dead. Okay. Your skills are better suited elsewhere. You don't want to work for Lex.
Have you considered that this might all be...
The last time I saw Slade was down at the Peninsula gun range.
Desperate
And you
to
survived?
cauterize your little secret, huh? Hide your little boo-boo. It's too bad Alfred isn't here to fix it. Somebody has a nasty splinter. I'm sorry, Master Grayson, but that's going to have to come out. Let me get the tweezers.
He'd make a decent Alfred. He actually, you know, with the natural accent and everything else, he'd make a decent Alfred.
Why don't you stick?
Shut the fuck up.
He speaks.
Talk to me.
Shut the fuck up. Talk to me.
Slade retired.
What about his handler, Wintergreen?
Oh, Billy Wintergreen. Billy Winter. Ooh.
Come on, man.
You happy?
Billy
You're
Wintergreen.
cooking, baby.
The fuck?
What's that? Is that alcohol?
Dick did what he could.
Really? Because I heard he dropped you from a skyscraper.
Not his fault.
Not
He didn't
yours
drop him.
either.
Deathstroke did. He literally pushed the button. And then the hand slipped.
You got any music with an actual beat?
Just don't scratch my vinyl.
Rose and Jason. Interesting pair up. Interesting pair up.
Do that weird laser eye thing that you do. Come on.
There we go. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, he can fly! He can fly! He can fly! Okay, makes sense and also super cool. Very, very super cool. Oh, jeez. Oh, Bruce, no. Oh, Christ. Is this...
Come on, boy wonder, this is your show.
Oh,
You, saving your ass, chasing your ghosts.
Let's see what you got.
This is still part of his vision, right? Oh, the orange soda. Yeah. What's Jason even looking at? Like, last time he actually had the freaking matrix going up into his eyes.
I'm gonna teach you how to dance.
I don't dance.
Not the same way you
Come
dance.
on.
No, his dance
Deathstroke
usually
messes
involves
with my
punches
head
and
too.
kicks. Okay. Property of Jericho. Oh, shit. Wintergreen. Oh, it's him. It's him. He's Wintergreen. Okay.
Hello?
123 Lakeland.
What?
You'll remember it when you see it.
Oh, Deathstroke knows he's there. Yeah. Okay.
Deathstroke again, huh?
Well, it's unsurprising
Let
he
me
caught
guess.
wind of him looking for him.
We have a date.
Oh, that's the friend, the kid that died.
From my dresser?
The kid that died.
No.
Somebody did.
Isn't that the kid that died? The friend that they
Somebody's
lost?
fucking with us.
Yeah, and the beer.
There
Like
was
this.
a bottle of orange soda.
The
left
orange
my friend
soda.
gave me waiting on my bed this morning.
Yeah.
Bottle of bourbon for me.
Bourbon, yeah. Someone's screwing with them, but who?
Why didn't you tell me?
So who's the asshole playing pranks?
Yeah, who is it? Is it? Oh, it must be Jason. He blacks out. Yeah, he has blackouts. Could it be Jason?
Don't die.
Hmm.
Because that'll really piss me off.
I'm not God.
You just told me you couldn't.
Yeah, you played good when you did genetic
closest thing
cloning.
God
Yeah.
has.
We would need to fly him to the sun, and we
Corey,
don't have time for that.
powers, fire powers,
Now,
Corey.
In order to heal
Yeah.
him, we would need to bring the sun here.
Yeah, Corey. Yeah, she has those fire powers. Yeah, she's got power.
Well, why didn't you say so?
She got power. Coriander got power. Okay, there we go. Purple and black coming out. Okay, there we go. There we go. Did she do it? Did she do it? She did it. She did it. And he's naked.
Hi.
Mom. Mom. Oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet. She can stay with them, right? She can stay
away
there.
from LexCorp as possible, but I'm gonna be fine.
Well, at least stay with the Titans until stuff blows over, so you're not running immediately back into the line of fire. Hey, yes, Connor! Oh, he missed his Superboy. Connor missed his little Superboy. Oh, Crypto missed his Superboy. I was so overcome with giddiness that I just mixed up the names.
You just have to tell the truth.
too hard.
The monster has been in the tower all along.
Who? Okay, Gar's in none of these pictures. That worries me. That concerns me. Yeah, Gar's in none of the pictures. That concerns me. There's not a single picture of Gar. But he wouldn't be a part of it, right? He surely wouldn't be a part of it. Oh, crucifixes everywhere. Oh, geez, someone really is screwing with them.
Still don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Okay, shit, okay.
I'm sick of this shit.
Cute idea with the bourbon bottle. Not my type, though. I'm more of a sour mash guy. You ever go in my room and pull that shit again? I'll forget what team you're on.
Okay, no, he's pitting them all against Jason.
I don't know what happened, guys, but I didn't do it.
He's pitting them all against Jason.
The orange soda bottle?
He did it to you guys too.
Fuck this.
Hey, we're not done here, kid.
How would he know about
People are
half that stuff,
insane.
though? He doesn't know the history. How would he know about half of that stuff?
I'd rather be with Deathstroke than you assholes.
Jason.
He was literally right there like 5 seconds ago. Where could he... No. Jason, no. Jason, don't do this.
I keep falling.
No, Jason, don't do this. Oh, sure, why don't you join him? Yeah, I'm sure that will help. Oh, and he's...
Here quietly.
Yeah, just sitting there.
Together. Someone spent 2 nights in juvie and 4 fucking people died.
Oh, Christ.
Follows me like a curse.
How? I'm hoping you didn't kill them, but I'm guessing you didn't kill
Nothing's
them.
following you.
Connor did not save you for this.
Jason, wait.
Connor did not save you for this. And now Bruce is disappearing. He's telling the truth. He's gonna confess. He's gonna confess.
You're not the poison.
It's Dick.
It's me.
Dick is the poison.
It's my fault. I killed Deathstroke's son.
So you killed him. You yourself, you killed him directly. You know what? I miss the days when the actual dum 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 like that old outro music instead of all this R&B shit. Okay. Yeah, Bruce Wayne wasn't featured in this the way that I was expecting. I think that was kind of like the whole twist of it. It's an episode like powered and driven by Bruce being the picture used to drive Dick's own mentality, as opposed to actually it being Bruce Wayne. Like, I mean, Dick growing up with Bruce, he would grow up under Bruce's mentality. Bruce would instill his mentality to life inside him, not just crime fighting, not just actual fighting crime and detective work, but actually living life as a whole. Because Bruce himself, he lives a life surrounded by playing 2 different roles, 2 different types of people, very different types of people, and as well as that, like in terms of living life and surviving, doing what he does, he lives by a very, very strict kind of code and a kind of mentality. So that kind of mentality he very, very easily and quite swiftly instilled into Dick as he was raising him. So this episode, so the Bruce Wayne in this it's very, very clearly a Bruce Wayne that kind of he kind of personifies Dick's kind of own torture. Like, Dick is torturing himself using an image of Bruce. Bruce is the person he sees who took away his childhood from him and warped it into something insidious and malicious, just for the sake of having a sidekick and all that kind of stuff. So he sees Bruce under a kind of dark kind of strobe light because of it. So he sees all that, and then every time he tries to have a conversation, he sees Bruce in the corner just mocking him, correcting him, taunting him. It's like, it reminds me of Joker in Batman Arkham Knight. Joker, it's set after he died, but Joker is still kind of just palling around in Bruce's mind, still being the Joker that he knows and hates and stuff like that. Like the way he operates in this and the way he's written in this reminds me of that. Like, he's in the corner of Bruce's mind making all these snide remarks and all that kind of stuff. So in this one, Bruce is in Dick's mind, and he's there, he's constantly kind of, taunting him, teasing him, telling him, like, you gotta tell the truth if you wanna make me go away and make all of this, stuff actually move forward in a direction that you can control. Like, you have to actually, like, accept, like, not just accept it, but admit the truth and stuff like that. So I think the fact that that's the truth, that, it's like, it's that Dick killed Jericho, Dick killed, Deathstroke's son, so yeah, so then I wonder why Deathstroke wouldn't have told Rose that. I wonder why he would have instead given Rose an injury similar to his own, and also like, why he would have, why he wouldn't have told. I mean, why would he send her to the Titans? Why would he like, or at least why would he let her be? I mean, there's no guarantee that he would have known that she'd actually be picked up and caught in the crosshairs of Dick himself. But once he finds out, I think that's where his plan went wrong. The fact that he finds out the Titans are back, so he finds out that he needs to get back in action to take them down once again. He thought the first beating he gave them was good enough, but he apparently they've come back even with newer numbers and everything and newer untrained numbers. So I think that's probably where this comes in. Like when he first faced them, he knew that they were smaller, but they knew each other. When they first met, it was Dawn, Hank, Donna, Garth, and Dick. It was just those 5 members, 5 fingers of Titans. So they knew each other. They were friends. They fought together. They didn't have to worry much about trust issues. We can believe, at least until we see more flashbacks. But now with this one, like a tactician would, he's adapting. He sees that there are these newer numbers, these newer people, like a whole new Robin that he's never faced before is literally announcing the rebirth of the Titans on TV. So, he's like coming up with this whole new plan to actually, divide and conquer and to actually take down Dick once and for all and show Dick that, the way he even talks about Dick a couple of episodes back, he's telling Jason, like, oh, you should be terrified of me, but you've been played by that charlatan Dick Grayson and stuff. So he doesn't see Dick as an actual hero, and even going up against Dick, he's like, you're not a martyr, you are the the imbecile in this story. Like, I am the one in control. You don't get to dictate what happens and who goes down and who stays up. So he wants Dick to suffer for what he's done, but he also wants to make the team suffer for what he's done, and he wants to teach these new kids the cost of being a Titan, of being a hero. In itself, because he's like a villain himself, but being the hero doesn't pay well because you have to give your life. But also that being a Titan, specifically being like under that kind of brand, being a part of that side, part of that team, is a lot more costly than you realize, and it comes with a lot more disadvantages. So he has that whole kind of thing set up for Dick. So so Dick is the one that killed Jericho's son. So I don't know, like. So yeah, again, I'm gonna need more flashbacks to kind of establish that, but I don't know how how things would have led to that. I don't know how things would have led to that, or what he thought he would gain from killing him. Because I think if like the way they were gonna go with Rose, like Deathstroke demanded Rose in exchange for Jason, so you're gonna have to wonder how things were like back then. Like what kind of knowledge they had. They found out he had a son. They found out he had a son called Jericho. Did they know he had a daughter named Rose too? Like, it's unlikely because they didn't go after her, and she knows next to nothing about who they are before she actually met them. So yeah, I mean, with Jericho, I'm kind of like wondering what their plan actually was, if there was a plan, like if they were, or like maybe if it was like a case of just revenge. I mean, or maybe they actually did have a plan. Maybe they originally had a plan, but then the closer they got to Deathstroke, the more Dick's mind maybe swerved onto the side of vengeance instead. Like, the more that the closer they got to him, the closer they got to their end game, their goal, the more that Dick remembered what he lost, like losing Garth to this guy, to Deathstroke in the first place, and then he had someone Deathstroke cared about right in front of him, and maybe he just lost it. Like, maybe he just killed him in cold-blooded vengeance. And that's like the secret of this kid. So it kept up until then he actually had control. He knew he as a member of the team, and presumably as at least a leader of the team, knew what they were doing. They knew what they were going to do to get to Deathstroke, but then Dick just let his emotions get the better of him, and then it cost it cost the team that. So then Deathstroke, it would then explain, I think that would explain then why he, one of the reasons he hates them. Initially it might have just been a contract. Initially he was only going after Garth. He took Garth out, then tried to take the other 2 out as witnesses, like Donna and what was her name? I can't fucking remember. The other one, the other Themysciran woman that was with Donna, ready to take her back. Like, he was going to take them out as witnesses, but then they fought back and he just fled the scene. So yeah, originally it was just Garth. And he was, going to be the one and only hit. But then the team decided to fight back, and originally it was actually going to be coordinated and planned and somewhat sneaky and insidious, but it was going to be planned. And then the closer Dick got to actually achieving revenge, the more textbook he went down the revenge mode of actually, you take one of ours, we take one of yours, and then that's what set Deathstroke after them in the first place. Like, they took someone from him that he cared about, so then he fought back even harder with like an actual vendetta, and then that's when they faced like the wrath of Deathstroke. So yeah, so then that's why he actually, it's why it's such a deep kind of personal secret of Dick's. Like, Dick is the reason that the Titans fell apart in the first place. Like, at first, like, had they maybe gone with the initial plan of using Jericho to get to Deathstroke and then killing him, none of this would have happened. But he let his vengeance and his emotions get the better of him. They lost everything. Like, they lost Jericho, then they got Deathstroke on their tail, then they lost the team and all that kind of stuff. So that's why he sees himself as the poison. He sees himself as the poison. So yeah, and then he restarts the Titans 5 years later. And yeah, stuff goes downhill because of that. So then, because of that, that also kind of drives his kind of vision of Bruce kind of torturing him. Like, Bruce taught him to be better than. Bruce taught him to be in control of his emotions. Like, he even mentioned it back in the Aqualad episode. Like, all the books that Bruce made him read had to do with like stuff like power and suppression, like emotional kind of controlling your emotions and stuff. So Bruce taught him to be better than that. But then when he's alone and he's in control and he has to make the decisions, he makes shit decisions. So, and again, it cost the team. It cost the team, it cost the team like everything they had pretty much. So, yeah. So yeah, the guy that who helped bring Deathstroke back into the mix, and the guy who was actually handling his contract in the flashback episode, that guy is Billy Wintergreen. Yeah, so that guy is actually Billy Wintergreen. That is his handler. And yeah, Billy Wintergreen. I recognize that name from Arrow. In Arrow, he was actually another Deathstroke. We never got a face reveal for him. In Arrow, we got him actually briefly kind of kicking the crap out of Oliver, and he had like his own mask and everything, and he had like a voice. He did have a voice, but he fought Slade without the mask, and then he died at Slade's hand. So yes, in this one, he's his handler. He's not like an assassin himself. He's the one who handles the contracts. He's the middleman. He's the kind of safety net between Slade and the people on the outside. So yeah, so and he didn't. I don't think he died. He did not. He just got like knocked out with the butt of the gun. So that's safe. That's safer. We had Eve resurfacing, Eve coming back into the mix, and she rescued Crypto, and then Crypto, being Crypto, he flew her out of there. I think I'm surprised she was able to hold on, or that he's a super dog, so he is like 10, 20 times more powerful than a regular dog with the added kind of powers and everything. So he was able to actually, get them both out there. So that was cool. But Eve actually showed up. She somehow found her way to Titan's Tower. That one kind of, it was cool to see them reunite, but it's kind of confusing me how. She said that she followed the dog there. And Crypto was, I think, how would Crypto know to go to Titan's Tower? I mean, he's never been there, and the closest he got was the skyscraper that Jason fell from, but even then he was like a fair distance apart, so unless he has like super smell, unless Crypto has just like super smell, so he can smell Jason from across the street and then just follow it to the tower there, but I don't know, but somehow he was able to do it, so he got he got himself and Eve to the tower, and then Eve showed up, and it was a nice sweet moment there, and then we had Corey and Rachel actually working together to heal him. Corey using her as soon as she was struggling with modern normal human medicine to actually try and do anything. It was worse than useless against the kryptonite poisoning. So she was begging Connor to not make her feel so useless and to actually not die on her. And then Eve mentioned suddenly that the only thing that can heal a Kryptonian is like a super sun, like the power of the sun, pretty much, and that's exactly what Corey thought. As soon as she says that, the smile that shows up on Corey's face is just beyond beautiful. Like, finally, I can actually use my B-Star fire powers from Tamaran and be of some and actually do something that's actually effective for once. So yeah, so then she actually knows, why didn't you say? I've got the power of the sun right in the palm of my hand. So yeah, so she was able to somewhat like kind of ignite herself and blow herself up whilst embracing him, and then Rachel used her powers to contain her thing. So I think that's the first time we've seen them actually working together. That's the first time we've seen their powers actually working in some kind of unity and stuff. So that was cool. And then that singed Connor's clothes right off, and that's that's even more weird sci-fi stuff that Eve has seen. Like she's done cloning. Cloning is somewhat still in the kind of realm of sci-fi, but now she's seen a woman who just sets herself on fire, and another girl who actually just manages to exude this kind of demonic energy from her. So she's seen basically everything at this point. She's seen basically everything, but yeah, but that was cool. So we had them healing Connor. So Connor is somewhat back to normal. He's healed, and now he's just gonna have to rest up a little bit more. So that's cool. That's cool. Like his presence was fairly brief. Presence was fairly brief, but we had like an entire episode driven by him last time. So it's cool to see him here. But Eve is leaving. Eve is gonna leave now. I mean, personally, I think it would be much better and more effective if she actually stuck around Titan's Tower for a while. Actually helped Connor rest up and actually get back and like readapt to like a new environment, and actually even maybe leave the Titans with like a some advice on how to actually help him and how to deal with him and all that kind of stuff. But I don't know. I do not know. I don't think they can track her. But the guards will very likely report back to Mercy that that Eve helped Crypto escape and that he flew them both out of there. So I don't know, especially now at this point in time, like almost soon after her escape, how far she can get from LexCorp without Mercy and her goons catching up to us. So I think that's why she should stay at least for a while at Titan's Tower, and that way Connor can keep her safe too. Connor can keep his mom safe. So that would be cool. But I don't know. Eve, apparently she seems prepared enough to go her own way. So we'll see exactly how she does. I think don't kill Eve. Do not kill Eve as as Mercy's kind of revenge for getting to Con. Like Mercy uses Eve to actually get to Con, and then she kills her or something. I don't want that to happen. I really don't want that to happen. But I guess we'll see. I guess we shall see exactly what kind of route they go down. Jason is going through it right now. Jason is going through it. He's got some PTSD. I think that's what I was wondering, like, we saw the stuff going down in his eyes. I thought, is he envisioning the Matrix or something? Like, he looked like he was falling down the Matrix in the beginning of the episode, but no, he's just kind of staring out the window and constantly on like a loop, just envisioning having fallen down against a skyscraper, down, almost plummeting to his death. So he's got PTSD. I think it's fair enough to say he's actually got some form of PTSD. And had it not been for Bruce's training, like however minimal it was, had it not been for Bruce's training, I think he'd probably be a lot worse than he is now. He's still somewhat able to snap out of it. He's still able to talk to people and actually do something. But there are times when he actually blacks out and just stares at the window and sees the windows actually flying past his eyes and stuff. So yeah, but Jason, I think he is definitely kind of like the loose spark. He is the kind of trigger, like the kind of trigger happy spark in the group. He's the one who kind of gets easily set off, and Deathstroke knows how to use that. Deathstroke knows how to use that against him. He kind of taunted him a couple of episodes back, so he knows how to get to Jason, how to get under Jason's skin, and it's why it's just why he sent Jason back instead of. Well, I mean, he was never going to send Jason back, but I think it's one of the reasons why he actually took Jason first, because he knew that Jason was there. Jason was there fighting Dr. Light because he was so kind of cocky and arrogant. He wanted to be the hero. He wanted to prove himself. He wanted to actually be the invincible one, and then he just practically walked into Deathstroke's lap. So Deathstroke knew he had the right kind of hostage in that particular situation. So. Yeah, and then even when he comes back, he senses like once all the prank stuff starts going down, I think that must have been Jason, right? Like I think Jason, it would make sense if he blacks out. It would make if he blacks out when staring out the window, it would make sense if it was actually him doing all that stuff. But then at the same time, it wouldn't, because then he doesn't know the history behind the team. He knows none of the history. No, he knows nothing. He knows nothing about the He knows nothing about Ellis, the kid that Hank and Dawn lost. He knows nothing about Garth and Donna's kind of orange soda thing. He knows nothing. I mean, the Rachel thing would kind of make sense because he has called her like a freak before, and he has chastised her for her powers and stuff. That one would make sense. The bourbon for Hank, he might not know. I think like I think anyone who doesn't know that one would probably go for beer because he anyone like Hank drinks beer. But then the bourbon thing, that one kind of makes sense. I mean, it's alcohol, and I mean, you could go for bourbon, scotch, or whiskey, any of those kind of options. But alcohol in general, just leaving that behind. But yeah, like half of that stuff, he would not know the necessary history to actually, tease them with it. He would like the orange soda stuff. He would not know that kind of history. The Ellis stuff, he might be able to sneak. But then again, if he blacks out, then that's something he would kind of know to look into. But yeah, and Gar, nothing happened to Gar. That's what I like. Gar was like apparently asleep the entire time. He was, he was like he came out when everyone was arguing, saying, oh, can't a guy catch an apple? Can't a guy catch a break or something? Like he was just looking like half tired. So Gar was just out the entire episode. He was sleeping his ass off the entire episode. No mention of him. I thought it could have been Gar because again, like in those pictures as well, in the pictures that Deathstroke left behind. There was no Gar. There was no Gar in any of those pictures. If Deathstroke was the one who took those pictures, then Gar would be in them because Deathstroke's not a member of the team, so he wouldn't be preoccupied. But Gar would no pictures of Gar. Pictures of Rachel, Corey, Hank and Dawn, Donna, Jason and Rose, but none of Gar. So Gar, I don't want to accuse my sweet little beast boy of anything, but Gar Green's kind of sus. Green be looking kind of sus. But I don't know. I do not know, but I guess no. I mean, he's innocent, right? He's innocent. Green's alright. Green's not too bad. It has a bit of like an iffy track record, but no one is more sus than Red. But yeah, you can tell I've been playing a lot of Among Us lately. You'd be surprised. You guys would be surprised. Like how often you just get called out randomly if you're red or orange. I was orange like 3 times, and each time I was called out as sus, even though I wasn't doing it. I was just doing my tasks, and people still thought I was sus. So yeah, I was orange 3 times and people thought I was sus, and then red, the 5 times I was red, 2 times I was called out sus. But yeah, me personally, I prefer like a pink or like a pink or like a not a yellow. I mean, yellow isn't bad. Yellow makes you look like a minion. Minions are cool, but pink, yellow, or I mean, yeah, I guess I don't mind red. Being accused of being sus is the price you have to pay for enjoying playing as red. But yeah. Anyway, back to Titans. But yeah, Jason, but Gar. I don't know if he's supposed to be suspicious. If he maybe blacked out the entire episode and then sleepwalked around to everyone's rooms, picking out all these different like items and planting them everywhere, and then going back to sleep again. I don't know if he does that, but no. But then it doesn't help Jason's case. Jason already went back thinking that people were blaming him because he got himself into that situation with Deathstroke. He got himself caught by Deathstroke, so he was already blaming himself enough at that point. So then the added kind of pressure of everyone accusing him of playing mind games with them and taunting them and stuff, and even the added pressure of Hank throwing these threats and everything just doesn't help at all. So he's kind of like the loose cannon. He's the loose cannon that not enough people trust, not many people on the team trust. Dick might be the one person who can actually talk him down from the roof, and hopefully that did. Hopefully he didn't just jump off anyway. Hopefully, as soon as it cut to black, he'd just be like, okay, well, I'm still gonna jump off anyway. But hopefully not. But either way, now he knows the truth that he's not the reason that this is happening. It's all like deep down, it is all. Deep down, Deathstroke's plan is to kind of point Dick out as the poison within the Titans. But Jason is just the easier target. Jason is definitely the easier target. He's the one he can pit everyone against and pick them off one by one. Cull the herd, all that jazz. So yeah, Jason is going through all that stuff. And then Rose and Jason was fun to see. Her dancing along to some beats and him still just kind of blacked out, looking at the window and everything. So that was fun. And then they actually got to dancing. Then they had some kind of smooching in between there, and then it all went downhill. When she found the David Bowie record, the David Bowie vinyl, with property of Jericho written down there. I mean, yeah, I think. Oh wait, no, I was thinking like, surely that would not be the David Bowie one, because he was looking for a David Bowie one, but I think surely that would because like back in that episode, Dick actually met him at the store and traded him one, but then now remember that was the one he traded him. He traded him that one for the one that Jericho originally had. So then once Jericho got his hands on this one, he actually, likely wrote down property of Jericho. So that one then belonged to him, and then apparently after he killed Jericho, he took it back. He was like, yeah, that's still mine, just gonna take that back now. And then he still had it in his collection which Jason borrowed. So seeing that was enough to set Rose off, and then accuse him of messing with her, and even her putting two and two together, even her putting two and two together, like being like, oh, Deathstroke said he he killed Jericho because he was running with the wrong crowd, people who were trying to use him to get to Deathstroke. So now now with this, like, Rose being there, and them even in like a couple of episodes ago actually the Titans actually considering trading her off to get Jason back. It seems all too familiar. So that was enough to make her run off and just blow off some steam and stuff. So yeah, Deathstroke he's got them on the ropes. He has got the Titans on the ropes, and I don't exactly know. I don't know what direction this is gonna go. I don't know if we're actually gonna get like a round 2, but with all the new Titans too. If we're gonna get I mean, I'm still waiting for like the start of Dick Grayson as Nightwing. I'm still waiting for the start of that kind of like. It still feels like Dick is still figuring himself out, but now he has like that's like a temporary setback, like mixed in with Deathstroke having come back and him drawing up old fears and old stuff. So I'm hoping like in in the future, like it leads up to like a battle of Deathstroke versus Titans old and new. I mean, Garth can't come back because he's dead now, but still, you can get Nightwing perhaps, and Wonder Girl, Hawk and Dove, and Starfire, Superboy, Robin, Raven, Beast Boy, all these people, all these beast people teaming up. Even Crypto can come in and do some damage. So I don't know, but I'm hoping / assuming that is the kind of big finale battle that this is all leading up to. But it's all about how Deathstroke is dictating it. Deathstroke himself wants it because he wants that to be. I think, knowing Deathstroke, he wants that to be the battle that puts the Titans down for good. He does not want he does not want them to be resurfacing again like 5-10 years in the future. He wants these Titans, old and new, to be put down permanently. So he's working his way up to that. He himself is working his way up to that. So I guess we'll see. I guess we shall see. And now we see that Dick has actually admitted to it. I mean, to Jason at least, Dick has admitted that he's the one who killed Jericho. So now I want to see what the reactions are of the rest of the team. Like, how they actually react to Dick having killed us. I mean, I don't know if the original team knows, if they know, or if Dick covered it up as Deathstroke killed him because he got in with the wrong crowd. I don't know if he tried to cover it up or if he lied or what happened. Because I think their anger is well established enough in the fact that he restarted the Titans after the tragedy that happened last time, but then that tragedy was them having lost Garth, and then them also having lost possibly having lost the team as well. But then I don't know if I mean, there's hints that they do know. There's hints that they do know, because I mean, for one thing, they really don't want to have to face Deathstroke again. But then like Dawn herself did reference that we tried getting to Deathstroke through his kid once, and we know how it ended. So I mean, I wonder if they actually know that Dick himself actually killed him, and that's why Deathstroke saw revenge, or if he didn't actually tell them the entire truth, and they're gonna find that out too. But I don't know. I guess that's something we have to wait and see if that's actually explored. But I think it's also equally as good to actually see it explored through flashbacks, see how it actually went down, see who discovered what and when, and how Deathstroke fought back and stuff. But I guess we'll see. But yeah, that is pretty much all I've got from this episode. Interesting one, very very interesting. So looking forward to seeing how it all moves on in the next one. Seeing how maybe finally now we get Connor's integration into the team, and how Dick moves on from this new revelation, from this newfound kind of admittance of guilt and crime and whatnot. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it all goes. But that was Titans. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, then salt and burn that like button. Comment on what you thought of the episode and what you think is coming up next time on Titans. Once again, the full-length reaction will be over on Patreon, so you can go check that one over there. And yeah, that is it. So, I will see you guys next time.